Hello everyone, welcome back to another Go charting video. In today's video, we're going to discuss how to set up our charts, primarily the profile charts, that is the volume profile and the market profile, along with the footprint charts, the two type of footprint charts that we have on Go charting, that is the cluster charts and the imbalance charts. We'll go into in-depth details of how you can set them up and the way you want them, and so that you have your own custom-made charts for every type of uh, every type that we have available in Go charting, that is let it be footprint or profile charts. And then we may dwell into the peculiarities of each type of chart. For example, the market profile chart, what is the time frame that is best suited for, and so on. So this is a plain candlestick chart. There is nothing difficult about this. This is a 5-minute candlestick chart. So the first thing that we'll start is with the volume profile. We'll go with the level of difficulty. So we'll start with the volume profile chart and then move on to the market profile chart, and then finally on to the footprint charts. Okay, so this is a 5-minute chart, as I said. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that the chart you've selected has volume in it. So I know a lot of new beginners, new traders or beginners, they're not aware that it's quite normal that the actual volume traded is in the futures chart and not in the spot chart. Although some platforms and brokers have started giving the volume, but they're not the volume that is traded in that contract. So always remember this. This is the Nifty futures chart. The actual volume that is traded, the volume that you can go on and trade on your broker, is only on the futures chart, not on the spot chart. So that is why we have a Nifty futures chart, and the volume that you see here is actually being traded. So it makes sense only to have a footprint chart of the Nifty futures chart or the Bank Nifty futures chart, and the exception being that in the cash market, the stocks have volume even in the cash market as well as the FNO segment. So what do I mean by that? If I select a Reliance chart, not the futures, basic Reliance, even the cash market will have volume that is traded. So the footprint chart on the stocks would definitely work, but on the indices or any index for that matter, the spot chart volume isn't of any good. So with that being said, let's move on. This is the Nifty futures chart. The most volume is traded in this segment. That is why I've chosen this chart. You can set it up for Bank Nifty as well. We'll just discuss the tick size. That is the most common question that we have. We'll discuss it for Bank Nifty as well. So to start with, the first study or the indicator, as you say, we can choose is, you can type what you want, or you can go to the order flow segment and choose volume profile tick. Okay, so why tick? The tick data is more accurate. It chooses tick by tick data. So this entire thing, instead, if I choose only volume profile, it is in snapshots, whereas tick by tick data means every tick, each tick on our exchange is for 5 paisa. So every tick will have this data updated. So that is why it is a little data intensive. So always remember, when you do put in an indicator with a tick chart, it will take a little bit more time than the normal charts, although it is loaded quite fast. But this is just for your information. Now you've seen that the market profile is loaded, so I'll go over here. It is loaded automatically because of the settings that I had previously. So that is a very good feature in Go charting. The latest settings that you have is saved automatically, and whenever you switch to any chart, a new chart, it will just fetch that data and plot it automatically. Okay, so what I've done over here is I've shown session. So if I just switch it off, there's nothing that is going to come. I've switched on the session, and the session again is auto. You can choose daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you want. So if I choose weekly, it will be a weekly profile, and so on. Monthly and auto is it's set to default at the daily. Now with 85% is I will just get my marker also on, so I can show you guys whatever happens over here. So the width is that whenever a daily profile is made, this is considered as 100%, and 85% is, you can see it leaves a little space for you. So again, it's your choice what you want. I've set it to 85%. I'll just show you if I switch it to 50% what happens. So if I switch it to 50%, this is what will happen. You can label the volume. If I label the volume, you can see the numbers start coming on the left side. I'll switch them on. If you can't, I'll just expand it and show it to you. So you can have this on the left side being displayed all the time. If you do not want it, you can switch it off like this. If you switch it on and you shorten it, it will be in K format, if you see large integers, that is 7.1 thousand, 54,000, 75,000, and so on. So this is something that you can add. If you want the volume also to be displayed in numbers, if you want switch it off, this will happen. Now if you want it in bid and ask, so what will happen is it is the buy volume and the sell volume. So this is the market orders. Again, we will not dwell into deep into what order flow is and other stuff. We've done videos on this. If you want another video on it, you can comment in the section below. So it is bid and ask, that is the market sell orders and the buy orders separately. So they're plotted in green and red, as you see, can see over here. If you want only delta, it is the difference between the buy and the sell orders. You can have it plotted over here. So if I do that, you can see what the use is. So I can straight away see the areas where there was positive delta or aggression being shown. So this is an area where I saw aggressive market buy orders. This is an area where I saw aggressive market buy orders. This is an area where I did see sell, but it has been absorbed. So this is how you can build context, and these values can be of help. Similarly, this is an area where I saw aggressive market buy orders, but the market has closed below it, and so on. So this is for your analysis. I'm just showing you how you can set up these charts and have them on your screen. Okay, so next thing that we do is we should shift it back to total volume, and this is what we have. The next segment is show main. That is you will have the visible component of the charts, the volume profile for the visible component. But what do I mean by visible component? It is for all the candlesticks that are visible on this chart. The volume profile is being plotted for that particular segment. So on the right side, I do not only have the daily profile, but I have, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5, almost 5.5 days being plotted on the right side. So you can go ahead and select that. Again, you can select the width. If you select it to 50, you can see what happens. If you select it to 5, you can see what happens, and so on. So I'll switch it off so that we can go ahead and see the other stuff as well. Again, the remaining stuff is the same. Total volume is a format. Again, bid ask delta, label volume and short volume is exactly the same as we had on the session volume profile. And then over here you can have something like this, where you can see only the contours or the end part. If you like to see it, you can have it at step, and you can see it like this. So this is another option. If you do not want the charts to get cluttered and only want to see it like this, you can have it like this. Okay, and let us go back to histogram so that I can show you something else. So the value area colors is something like this. Now on the extreme right is, if I select volume, I can select what I want and the color I want, the shade I want. So you can see how it is changing over here, and you can select the opacity from here, and the opacity or the transparency, whatever you call. And if you want to change the stroke colors, for example, if you see the borders that are selected to black, if I go ahead and keep reducing the transparency, or reducing the opacity rather, you will see something like this. Okay, so in the same manner, I'll go ahead and select the value area, outside value area, a little lighter, so I can see the candlesticks as well. And this is the color for the text. Again, you can choose it. This is the text that comes up whenever you expand and contract, and you switch on the volumes. This is the format for that. And the last two areas is for the other stuff. So if I choose, let's go to total volume, and let's select bid ask over here. So again, in the similar fashion, I can change the color. So if you can see, the color keeps changing. You can choose the transparency, opacity, whatever you want to call it from here, and you can see the chart changing over there. Exactly similar function, you can change it over here. And similarly, if you have delta, this last part is for the delta. You can go ahead and see this changing whenever you change it for delta. Okay, so and I think this is positive, or you can go and check it, whatever it is, and you can change accordingly. Okay, let's get it back to green, and this is the way you have to do it. So I hope you get how you can set up the volume profile charts. Now the last part is extend the volume POC. Let's choose it to a color that we can see. Let us go back and set it to total volume, and let us select a darker shade of something. So let's say this is the volume POC. So you can see straight away it projects until future intersection. So this is for extending it until future intersection. If I switch it off, it becomes like this. If I switch it on, it is until future intersection. What does it mean? Whenever I meet a point where I see that it has collided with the candlestick on the next day, so it will not extend. Why this is getting extended is because I've switched on the composite volume profile. This is called the composite volume profile. That is for the 5-day. If I switch it on over here, if I switch it off, you won't see anything getting extended to the other side. So it is going to extend only if it has not been breached or touched by another candle. So like over here we have a naked volume point of control. These point of controls that have not been touched are called naked point of controls. We have one at 21,930, I'm sorry. And if you want to see the text also along with it, if you switch on the T, press T over here, you can see the date from where it is coming and the exact value. If you do not want it, you can just press here and it will go away. Similarly, you can also extend the value area lines that we have here and select the color as you like, and these are the value area high and low lines that will get extended. You can choose the color. So for example, if I want the value area high to be again green, it can be green, and the value area low area to be let's say red, it will be red, and you can see it accordingly. You can set it to dash or whatever you want. If you set it to dash, it will become like this. You can select the thickness and it will become like this. If you do not want the text to be there, you can simply switch it off and on by like this. Okay, so this is the way you can set your volume profile charts. I hope this sorts out a lot of questions about volume profile. Now let's come to the tick size, which is again a very common question. What I like to do is, if you are finding it difficult to understand the volatility, what I prefer is to always have it to, I mean, a constant value. If not, if sometimes the volatility really increases, like during the budget session or so on, I generally increase the tick size so that the charts don't move out or they don't get quite thin. What do I mean by that? How do I adjust the tick size? First of all, you see the setting buttons over here. You go over here and you press order flow over here. This is the tick size. So what it is doing here is, if I set it to 60, it means every block of this node that is coming is being plotted for 3 points in Nifty. So the, as I said, the least count or the 5 paisa, like we discussed before, each tick in our exchanges constitutes 5 paisa, that is by 0.05, and if I keep it at 60, it is 3 rupees. So each block which you see over here, each node is for 3 rupees. If I select it to 10, you can see it is for 50 paisa, and look, you can look how the chart looks. Now it might look very, I mean, detailed, but believe you me, it is very difficult to trade off this. You will get confused a lot of times. So it is always better to have a clean chart. So if I set it to 20, I get it for every rupee. Again, this is a lot. And I set it to 60 and I have something like this. Okay, and it is neat and clean. Now for volume profile, like I said, what you can do is to ease your tick size understanding. You can go ahead and select average true range. Okay, and generally I prefer to have for example, it is 23. What I prefer to have is for a volume profile and market profile. Well, market profile by default is 30 minutes. I go to a 30-minute chart and I see the ATR, and whatever the next round number is, for example 60, I've set it to 60, and you can do the same thing and see this ATR number, that is 55 to 60, set it to 60, the next round number, and return back to your 5-minute chart and remove the ATR. So you can set it up like this. So we have, that is why we have selected 60 over here. Let's try Bank Nifty if this works for Bank Nifty, and we'll go to Bank Nifty. This is the Bank Nifty futures chart. So we've switched it on, and let's see if you can see it is a little more with 60 on. You can understand how it is plotting like we just discussed. We'll go to a 30-minute chart, and then we'll switch on the ATR, the average true range over here. Okay, and let's go back to average true range and set it up, and you can see it is about 137 odds. So what I'll do is I'll go here and set it to order flow and set it somewhere close to that. Let's say 120 is the next previous, that is for 6 points. Every node is being plotted. I switch this off, go back to a 5-minute chart, and let's see how it looks. So you can see how it looks. So you've got a value very close. You can try this for all stocks. This will give you a very close, it will get you very close to the tick size, and you will not get confused. And the nodes are quite okay and quite visible and quite distinctive. Okay, so this is the volume profile. Now let's move on to the next segment, that is the market profile. So hopefully all these doubts about volume profile and how to set up these charts is clear. We'll go step by step so that you can understand how you can keep on adding value to these charts with the least amount of clutter in your charts. Okay, so now we'll go to the layers tab over here. We'll go here and we will switch this off. Okay, and I'm sorry, yes, we switched off the volume profile. The next thing we want to add is we'll again go to the studies over here. We'll go to the order flow and we'll add the market profile tick. Exactly like volume profile, market profile tick is as we said, it's more accurate in the tick version. Now a very common question that comes here is, I'll just go here and switch on the duo mode so that the why do I do that? So that I get the value area high and low on being plotted on their own in the boxes itself. Now a very common question that all guys have is that the value area shifts when I change the time frame. In market profile, it is supposed to shift if you change the market the time frame. Why is that? Because the time spent at each level changes when you change the the time frame. So the actual app time frame for market profile is 30 minutes. Keep it like that to get a better value of the market profile, and you can see how it happens over here. So this is what I like to keep it. So if you guys have a doubt with respect to that the value area shifts with the time frame, you can check it up on all charts. If you want to see it from other platforms as well, you can put it in the comment section. I will share a screenshot with you where I will do an analysis with any other platform and show you that it does change with changing the time period. The value area in market profile will change if you change the time period. Okay, and the apt time period that we have on market profile is 30 minutes. If you want to have a volume profile, a profile with value area highs and lows which are constant and do not shift, choose the volume profile. Generally the volume profile and the market profile will have the same value areas, that is the 30-minute volume market profile value area and the volume profile of any other time frame. But again, sometimes it may differ because you might have these thick profile areas, whereas the volume wouldn't have transacted that much. It would have been higher at the lows, at the highs, or it can depend, but generally they are the same. Okay, so again, this has happened on its own. We'll just go and now see the market profile settings. So if you switch on this, you can see the gaps that are filled. What will happen is, wherever there is a gap, it will be filled with these small boxes that you see. If you do not want the gaps to be filled, and if you switch it on, there will be a gap. There will be some small areas which are vacant. So again, it is up to you to decide. The session, again, the same thing: auto, daily, weekly, and monthly. In the background, if I choose, what will happen is, I'll just show. If I choose the background and I extend it, so you can see what has happened over here. C, D, E, F is there inside a box. If I do not switch it on, what will happen is I'll only get the letters being plotted. Again, there are many types you can choose. If you want all these, it is better to have a background or with you, so these will look better. If you want only one color, or you don't want to have the background, it is better to select either unicolor or duo color. So if you select unicolor, you will get something like this, gray, and everything will come in the exact manner. If you contract and expand, they will shift accordingly into the boxes. Okay, so as of now, let's select this so that we can see and check everything. Again, the duo color, the value area, and the value area outside value area color is selected from here. The blue and the gray that you see over here, and the font is again auto. If you want to select it manually, you can go here and select it. I'll set it to auto so that it adjusts on its own. You can hide the letters and it will show only the boxes. You can have the session open and closes, that is every period will be plotted. Again, open and close will be plotted over it, as you can see inside. I do not want it to be switched on. The statistics is again, you can have everything over here being plotted. So let's do one thing. We'll shift to a darker shade. So of course, you can go here and go to the chart, and go to this part, and let's make it a little dark gray so that we can see everything. Okay, now it's quite visible, and hopefully it's visible for you guys as well. So if you want let's go back over here, and you want the statistics to be visible, this is how you can have it visible. The next thing is the TPO count. Again, some people like to have this count on the left side. You can see in blue in color. So however wide this is, for example, this is a 12 period wide TPO, that is out of the 13 periods the market had transacted on this particular level for 12 periods. So this is a POC. Sometimes we call it prominent POC. We'll just discuss in the settings below. You can have them colored differently if you like. Okay, now this is the next part, that is the split profile. You can split the last profile and all profiles. You can have that option. I will go to the last profile and switch it off for now. Why do I do that? I will just show you. The width is, again, you can choose this width 100 or 60. Why do we have this option? I'll just show you, because you can go ahead. I'll just skip a little part so that I can show you why do we have this option. You can go below and have this volume profile shown along with this, and that is why we have this option. And switch on the session. So what we have is we switched on a composite, I'm sorry. So we can switch on the session and we can have something like this. The settings over here are exactly similar to what we discussed in the volume profile. So you can have it on the right side, and that is why we have this maximum width. So if I want to have the volume profile and the market profile of the same width, you can go ahead and select 40, 50, whatever you want, and you just have to collapse and expand it like this to adjust your view. And this is what you can have. So if you've looked into my charts, I generally have another option that I enable. A lot of you guys have asked, how do I do that? So what I do is I generally go here and switch off the volume profile in the market profile section, because it is the same as the volume profile tick. I go over here and switch this on. So it will be plotted behind, and if I want to see it better, what I do is I just switch on unicolor and I switch off the the background over there, and you can have duo color as well, and you can have a unicolor as well. And what you can do is you can go here and change the color background of this, and you can see something like this white over here. So again, I can see the background over here, and if you want this to be visible, you can go ahead to the volume profile tick and change the color that is the outside value area color to something like, let's say something like this, so that you can have that visible as well. If you can see it in the background, and we'll just increase the opacity of this as well, so that you can see both being plotted together. Okay, so again, you can have the width over here is 50. You can go ahead and select again 85, and this is for market profile, if I'm not wrong. Sorry, okay, no, it's market profile, yes. So let us get it back. Yes, let's keep it also 85, and let's go here and select this width also as 85, and I will have something like this. Okay, so the market profile and volume profile, now I do not have to it's like preserving space. I've preserved the space with the volume profile at the background and market profile in front of it, and with everything that I like this. Okay, so you can go ahead and choose what you want. This is the bank nifty chart. You can go to nifty chart and choose the tick size like we want. It works exactly the same, and you have a neat looking bank nifty chart, market profile and volume profile plotted together like this. Okay, so again, let's go back into the settings, because we had some other stuff from market profile to get discussed. Now again, this is the same thing, market profile value area. It's exactly like the volume profile value area. Again, you want it to be shown, you don't want it to be shown, you can switch on the T, and we have switched it off. That is why it is like this. Otherwise you can have something like this. If you want to show the market profile value area, again, you can go ahead and select any color you want. You can reduce the opacity so that it's just plotted at the background, and so on, and you can choose whatever color you want. Okay, let's go ahead and select something darker in shade, and let's go here. Okay, something like this. I hope you can see it. And now let's come to this part that we're discussing. So whenever I have a POC, it is being plotted in you can say magenta, and wherever I have a market profile prominent POC, and the prominent POC count is 9. Let's switch it on to 10. So whenever it crosses 10, you could see this part changing. If it is to 9, you can see if I set it to 9, even this one is plotted because this is 9. Anything that is beyond 10 would be a prominent POC. So let's go ahead and switch off the value area for now, and wherever I see anything more than 10, it will be in it will be red in color like this. So you can change the colors of the volume profile, I mean the value area, so that you don't get confused. We'll go here and we'll switch off the extend value area lines so that our chart becomes a little more clear. Okay, and this is why you can use POC. So whenever you have a red being extended, you see, you know for sure it is a consolidation that has taken place for a longer duration. It has more significant than any other POCs that are less, I mean that are magenta in color and so on. The next option that we have is again single prints. So if you go here, and I just want to show you, the single prints areas are shown like this until future intersection again. So single prints are zone where there is more of aggression, and that is why it has been plotted like this. So you can have that in the settings from here. Okay, one more thing that we'll do is, so that we can get the charts clear, is we'll switch off the volume. So this is by default will always be on. You can go ahead and switch it off so you don't have the volume below. We'll go back to the market profile settings. We'll extend it so that we can see whatever we want properly. Okay, so again, this is the Bank Nifty chart. Now the next option that we have is the volume profile that we just discussed. And the poor high and low is another concept that we've discussed. So whenever a poor high or low is there, it will get plotted automatically, and you will see something like a poor high being plotted over here. If let's see if we can find one. Where is the settings for that? If we can find one over here, somewhere over here, let's see. You can see over here there is a poor high that is being shown over here. Okay, so it is showing together with the other settings. So wherever there is a poor high, it will show something like this. And let's see somewhere else that we have, not here, not here, not here. And similarly on the lower side, you will have a poor low being plotted. So I don't think we've seen a poor low for a long duration now. Let's see. Okay, so you get my point. So if there is a poor low, it will get displayed like I just showed you, like exactly like the poor high is being displayed somewhere here, if we are not wrong, something like this. Okay, so let's move on to the other settings on the market profile. I'm sorry, let's go here and choose another one. Okay, so this is again the similar settings for what we had on the volume profile. The last value is, if you want to see the last value over here, as you can see, if you switch it off, it'll go on. And if you want to say the name, it will be like this, something like this, price name. Okay, so I'll switch that off, and that finishes with the market profile. Now this video has got a little extended, so hopefully you guys liked the video, and it was a help to set up the profile charts. If you want to see something similar for footprint charts as well, how to set them up, you can again put it up in the comment section, and we can have another session for that in the future as well. So hopefully this video was of some help and assistance to you guys. Until next time, thank you, bye bye.